What's up, you guys? And today I have another all-for-one Quirkset that I am very excited to show to you guys. Now, this is a Quirkset that I teased a little while ago on my community page. So let's get into his skills. So as you can see, this all-for-one has the gigantic arm like he had in his fight with All Might, and this is how basically I kind of envision what his eventual Quirkset is going to be. As you know, that is called, well, as you may know, it's called multi-factor release. So I'm assuming that is like an ultimate combination of all the quirks that he used, so that's kind of what I used as a basis for this mod. But let's get into the skills. So one of the quirks that all-for-one had used in the creation of this arm was spear-like bones, and that's what I made the alpha. So I turned overhaul rock and I put it over full bullet alpha so he could shoot a spread of them, and I adjusted the spread and everything to make it look a little cooler, having them spread out a bit more. It shoots 10 of them now instead of 5. And now it shoots like a circle formation. Once you have 10 of them, it shoots 10 of them in a circle. Does normal damage, 100 damage, still knocked down. The fire rate is really slow, so it's not that broken. It's honestly, it's worse than regular full bullet alpha because the fire rate is so slow. Now the beta is one of the skills that I am so excited to show. Okay, this skill is so cool. So he stabs, so basically just punches the ground with his gigantic arm, and rivet stab kind of just trails across the ground. And honestly, this crack formation that you see like effect on the ground, this was completely unintentional. I actually tried to remove this, but instead of removing it, it turned into this, which I think is actually way better than just removing it entirely. And there's 95 damage. I'm not sure on the knockdown. I just have infinite reload. Actually, no, I think it knocks down in 4 hits actually, because he just fell. But yeah, it staggers. You can combo into it if you want, and he has to be on the ground to use this as well. He cannot use it in the air, so I added a falling animation. Honestly, I couldn't find a really good falling animation, but if you guys have any ideas, let me know in the comments. For the gamma, I think the gamma is honestly probably like my favorite skill in this entire Quirkset. So the tap version of this skill is just a short range version of air cannon, but it packs a bigger punch than normal. And the hold version is a different version of radio wave. Now I know that I've made like radio waves I think like twice in the past, but I think this is the best version yet because it looks the most like lore accurate. So you hold down the button. Don't mind the little mic music notes. I tried to remove that, but it didn't work, so we're just gonna ignore it. And whenever this skill actually hits something like an obstacle or an enemy, it actually will show like a big rivet stab coming out of it at the end. So I think it looks really cool. And obviously it's just mic, this is just mic beta, so when you hold it down, it's about 190 something damage. Bugwe actually made like the entire like functionality of this. I just added some extra effects on it, so most of the credit goes to him. So essentially he can take quirks from people that are alive, so he can dash to people and he can actually take their quirk and not kill them. But he does do 95 damage. And as you can see, let me walk away from deku real quick. I do have the quirk. Now this is the deku quirk that I showed like last week, so don't mind this, but yeah. Now finally for this entire Quirkset, I adjusted his jump height, so now he basically has like a built-in space hop. Now I didn't want to make airwalk, essentially like he has like a double jump and like infinite jumps and stuff, because you can't make him walk on air, because that's not something that we can do, but you can give him double jumps. I didn't want to do that again because that was kind of broken in my last off-one mod and everyone complained about it, so I didn't want to make it too broken. But yeah, this is the entire mod, and I think this mod is actually like probably, I think it might be one of my coolest, to be honest. I really like this mod. I think it's better than some of my other all-for-one mods that I've made. But anyways, I'm not going to make this video too long. I'm not going to yap for too much longer. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all later.